Hey gang, how y'all doing? It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob, not at Aquashella. Mainly because, I couldn't go. Schedule wise wouldn't allow me. So life's good. What's going on in your world with your fish and your family and the whole bit? Lots of stuff going on here. I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house. I literally just finished lunch 5 minutes ago. I've been running all day. I'm going to be spending the rest of the day here at home. Hey, what's going on, Melvin? No, it's X Genetics Legacy Radio. I am well. Life's good. How are you doing? I've been so busy at work. Uh, we have a couple of things going on. It's my company is bringing in an outside. We have a corporate consultant that goes through the operations of what we do. He comes to town in 2 weeks. So it's lots of stuff going on from there. I have to put together a focus, people to go to a focus group to discuss the wonders of the community and finding out if we're missing out on something. Yeah, life's good. Let's see what else is up in my little world here. Just been, again, just really, really busy. The man who has launched a bed and breakfast chain across the United States that recreates the Amityville Horror House, Peter Thiel. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the ladies love that. They love it. They love the screaming. And yeah, all sorts of. I have a guy who dresses up like Michael Myers, shows up and goes through. He unfortunately his outfit it has to be bulletproof because sometimes people start shooting at him. And there you go. Yeah. So let's see here. What else is going on? Just been busy going through there. I realize my dating life. I have to give that. Let the woman know early that she's the third most important thing in my life. The most important thing, of course, the fish. Second thing, Maggie the dog. Third, her. Know your role, honey. Generally, that's not what the ladies like, though, I've learned. They want to be all encompassing, they want you to be totally focused upon them. Yeah. All good. So I go through stuff. I go through sort of like, I hate getting caught into a rut. Not big into being into ruts. I prefer to try new things. So I will go through a period where I drink beer, and so there you go. Melvin has to tell that woman our fourth because he's the unofficial mayor of Pittsburgh. Exactly. So the deal is, I have I go through these things. So I like microbreweries, tried new different things. I'm mediocre on IPAs. I can take, as some people are all in on them. I have a nephew that trying a new IPA is like his dream in life. He's employed, got a college degree, loves IPAs. I go through sort of runs where I'll go and do bourbon. And I'll usually do bourbon for a couple of months. I picked up a bottle of Larceny 1870. Holy capoly. I looked at the reviews. I was standing in the line of I was actually a Sam's Club. I was looking at I was in, looking at all the bourbons they had. I didn't know if I was going to pick up booze or not. I looked through it and I looked at the reviews. The reviews were aces. And I'm going, not the most expensive bottle of bourbon in the world. It's just a $25 bottle of bourbon. Give it a shot. Yeah, it's really, really good. I generally drink bourbon that's a little more expensive than that. Now, I don't do the $200 bottle of bourbon. I have a fish hobby. I have a dog. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, that sucker was really, really good. I had 2.5 fingers last night, and when I got home from work, nice. Sipped along with that and enjoyed. It's the fish. Yeah, I've just been sort of resetting up fish tanks, getting things organized. Life is good. I ran out of brine shrimp. It's been too damn hot to get the brine shrimp eggs shipped here. I miscalculated and I was real busy because I had the gal I was dating for a period. And that was just to keep me, I'm a man who can handle many things at one time, but ordering brine shrimp eggs went out the window. So I went and hit my local LFSs. Yeah, they don't have them. So I am right now sort of waiting on things to cool down. So I have high quality flake, and I have a little bit left of Doug Gray's high protein food, which I recommend. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Melvin and Mitch Trubisky, that poor sucker, whatever talent the guy had, was completely ruined when the Bears traded up to get him and passed on Patrick Mahomes. Talk about the Chicago Bears. And I feel sorry for the new quarterback they have. Yeah, at Heinz Stadium is now an unpronounceable medical pun. Yeah, it's great. Good times. But of course, Heinz is no longer a Pittsburgh company. It's now a multi world type of thing. Acupuncture Stadium, exactly. I mean, it's unpronounceable. So I went out and mowed my yard this morning. I noticed that my neighbors were up relatively early. That's good. But I have the battery operated mower. Let me tell you something, gang. That's pretty quiet. And so I went. I need to pick up a second battery. I'm maybe this coming payday I'll pick up the second battery. Muppet 929. But I will tell you, if you do not have a lot of land and you need a new mower, there you go. Yeah, Doug, I do have a PetSmart. I looked like there was no tomorrow and didn't see him. But maybe I need to go back there. Maybe I'll try to brave it's currently 91 in Joplin Mo. We're heading for a high of, is it 100 or 101? Yeah, it's by the way, I would love to go do one of these Aquashella things, and this was close to me in Dallas, but I didn't go. I have a beef with a fish tuber I need to squash, and so I would be more than happy to go there and get it done. So yeah, today, yeah, 97 today. So we're almost at our high. It feels like 101. Let's see here. Tomorrow, 98 again. Yeah, mid to high 90s for as long as we can see. Great. We have a shot at some thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday. Life's good. Yeah, I'd like to go to one just to go. It and our buddy John Oliver would have been there, which is great. I like hanging out with him. Yeah, I mowed my yard. I started about 7:45 this morning. I did junk around outside, and it was I think I got done at about 8:30, 8:45, and I'm going, it's way too damn hot. I had a little more battery left where I could have done more of my backyard. Yeah, not so much. I just sat there and said, I'm okay. It's been so dry here that I mean, it literally has been so dry that it's almost impossible to get all the stuff in. Yep, Elon Musk of lawn mowing. I have a Ryobi, but it's hey, Big A support group in the house. Not an endorsement. I'm sure the other ones are like Steel and some of the other brands are terrific. I got the Ryobi. My next door neighbor borrowed it one day. Wanted to know if he could borrow it, just get a feel for it. I said sure, and because I'm easy, I'm a good neighbor, and so he goes, "Holy crap, that's great!" So he went and bought one. Yeah, that's the weeds. That's what's been growing for me. Animal is great. Is a great Muppet. Animal. Yeah, so life's good. Yeah, so let's see what else is up in my it's just I am ready. It was really hot in July, and I'm almost scared to see what that power bill looks like. For June, which was normal June type stuff, it was 200. Not the worst, not over the top. But I will tell you I will go out and when you're in the 95s, yours is 385 bucks. Yep. Yeah, my home cannot keep up with it when it gets into the high 90s. So I slowly raise it up so it can cycle on and off. It got to like 101 yesterday, and so that's sort of the stuff that I do. One of my neighbors, and I don't know, she's a single lady, and she was telling me she paid 400 for May. And I'm going, well, what do you keep your house at? Like 52? And she goes, no, 74. I prefer to keep my house at 70, even. I have it set right now at 71. I raised it up because I realized it's beginning not to have a problem keeping up. Later on, I'll raise it to 72, then to, you know, 74. And then when Maggie wakes me up in the middle of the night, I'll drop it a couple of degrees. Life's good. And according to the Farmer's Almanac, somebody at the office was saying that we're going to have a really damn cold winter. That's a good idea, Doug. I probably should do that. I'm still at the point with the dog that I'm trying to keep, certain things away from her, sort of how it works. My So I broke my lawnmower last year. I ripped out the throttle body, which was probably cheaper to fix it than to get a new one. But I sort of wanted the battery operated one. My next door neighbor was having a yard sale today, and I just said, "Hey," I said, "sell it for $10. I don't care." It was a cheap mower. It's like the cheapest one they had at Home Depot or Lowe's. I forget where I got it. And he sold it immediately. Sold it for 20. Kept $5 for his commission. Fine with me. Just happy to have it out of the garage. I have to go and buy my printer has died. What is a good printer to get? I have an HP. I've had it, and again, it's like 9 years old. So I've gotten a lot of use out of it, but it just sort of croaked. It'll do scans, it won't do printing. For my printing stuff, I just do it at the office. Yeah, I don't know which one to get. I have not gone into Best Buy to get a look yet, and I've not done the PC magazine thing, trying to figure out. Here's what I use my printer for. I print up stuff to send out fish. I end up going and scanning a lot of junk in. So I don't know what to do there. I'll have to figure that out. All right, it's I like the printer I've had has been great, but yeah, the cartridge thing, that's the scam. The printer is relatively cheap. You almost want to go and see what they're charging for the refills. So I have to figure that out. Yeah, it's the whole printer thing is a scam. And have any of you gone to like Cartridge World and bought used ones or repurposed ones? Does that work out very well? I've never done it, so I don't know the answer. Supposedly you pay like a third less. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't need the color printer. Black and white's perfectly fine with me. So there you go. Um, yeah, your HP printer doesn't. Yeah, doesn't use the one used ones. Not good. Yeah, I have two, Doug. That's where I've gotten it off of Amazon, and they've been fine. Uh, Amazon sometimes is not the cheapest. It's usually not cheaper than anywhere else. Sadly, that's probably why they make so much money. I have to actually get dog food, and okay, the one I get is Purina Pro Plan Sport. Now, let's see here. What are they? Heck, they don't even have what I'm looking for at Amazon. Huh. So there you go. Yeah, a lot of stuff has gone up dramatically. So I bought a 37-pound bag of Maggie's food that usually lasts her about 3 months. I last time I bought it, I paid $53 for it. She was out of food. Yeah, I saw the commercial for that, Doug, for Prey. That sounds pretty good. So I went and to PetSmart because she was just about out. It was payday. And for $18 I paid 18 pounds I paid $54. I mean, my God, is it's cheaper to feed her steak. It was insane. God, they're out of they must be changing what they're doing there. Bizarre. Just bizarre. You know what? I love me some murder hornets. They're apparently going to change the name because they're here to stay. If you live in Oregon and Washington, Vancouver, they're here to stay. And that means they'll be traveling throughout the old US of A because they don't have any natural enemies. There'll be like starlings and house sparrows. Oh, good. Wonder if murder hornets are delicious. I wonder if you can fry them up in, garlic butter, sort of like, or toast them, sort of like people are doing with crickets. By the way, I bought some cricket protein bars once, like a year or so ago. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's right, Doug. It's murder hornets unfair to them. Number one, it's probably racist of some sort because they come from Japan. It's sake hornets, sushi hornets. I don't know. Hornet Sun, Hitman Hornets. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I have a place for Maggie that all you know. Brittany's don't need to be groomed a lot, but I like to get a formal bath and a brush out. And I usually do it as a daycare thing with her, and she is there. Um, it's like $50 including the daycare. It's not too bad. Not too bad. It's my last dog had to be groomed formally, about 4 or 5 times a year. Otherwise, he'd start matting up. And yeah, $60. This is 10 years ago. Not unusual. Then they want a tip. So there you go. Besides Doug Gray's fish, where do I like to get my fish food? Where do I like to get mine? Normally, I get mine from either Ken's Fish, which are really, really good. I love his foods a lot. I also get some from American Brine Shrimp. Those are very good foods. Get that high protein stuff for the guppies. Hey, Doug, have you ever tried the high protein wafers? Yeah, by the way, I've gotten stuff from your fish stuff. Oh, Ken's has gone up. The cheapest to get your dog groomed was $80. Yeah, that's a heck of a deal. Pound of flake food is crazy right now. Well, everything is crazy. Everything is more expensive. I will say this: I go to Target for a couple of reasons. The first reason is, for whatever reason, the customers there are a lot of pretty ladies go to Target. It's great gandering for me to see pretty gals. I also go there. Yeah, Muppet, I've gotten stuff from them before. And Doug, I'm glad you brought them up. You're right. Your fish stuff is fantastic. Oh, and I know they were on Amazon. That's great. I've purchased stuff from your fish stuff off of eBay in the past. Glad you brought that up. I hadn't bought from them in a little while. I'll do that. Let me show you what I really like from Ken's Fish. And you'll see I'm just about out of them. So I'd probably have to order some relatively quick. Ken's Ultra Meat Wafers. My Super Reds and Sisters, really, really love them. Really love them. I can drop a couple of those in, and they show up on top of them immediately. The Guppies in that tank love them too. Yep. Yeah, the Corys love them as well. So yeah, those it's a really a good I've used it now for the last year and a half or so. I love them. Believe me, I'll be buying more. And I got like a 1 pound thing of it. It's great. My your Corys would love them. Would love them, Muppet. They really would go over them. See, today, by the way, because I've mowed stuff and did shopping and junk, I'm already at 11,400 steps for the day. I will end up, considering it's just 12:30 my time, I'll probably, walking the dog, I'll probably hit 16,000 steps today. That'll be good. Most of my big step stuff is already done. Lawn mowing. And here's one thing I do, just because we talk about everything here, is that I frequently, most of the time, I park as far away from the front door of whatever store I go to as I can, because it is, just getting those walk in is always good. Always good. It's watching one of those shows with people who are high on heroin, and you know, I it does not seem to be the best drug to use. You get the furthest parking spot as well. Yeah, heroin's not that good. I've given it up. Never tried it. It not fan with the meth either. I haven't done that either. Used to smoke. I gave that up about 15 years ago. And I was not even that big of a smoker. Depends on how much you're carrying out. It doesn't matter for me, Muppet. I always go through there mainly because I can always move more. And and I don't know, Doug, you're retired. Uh, I sit at a desk at work. It's sedentary. I have to move around. The beautiful thing of having a dog is that it forces you to walk. Absolutely forces you to walk, which I find really important. Getting movement, getting stuff done. It's a real important thing. I'll take the cart all the way out to the car and then run it to where it goes in. Since it's getting 100 degrees every day here, I generally try to get my first thing in the morning. The first thing I do on the weekends, get my shopping done. Because if you get frozen stuff, it'll be melted by the time you get home. It's yeah. The other thing going on is that everything's much more expensive. It's real difficult to go get stuff. It I am paying, and I don't know what you guys are, for my normal grocery shopping stuff. I'm paying almost double what I was doing 3 years ago. It has doubled. It's there you go. I love swordfish. I like swordfish. I'm in favor of it. I appreciate I like salmon. You know what I've not gotten lately, and I really like it? Tilapia. And I just haven't seen it locally. Yeah, almost $6 for family size. I went out and purchased um yeah, I go in, just get the stuff. Now I went to Sam's yesterday. Besides bourbon, I got one of those large things of 40 water bottles and a case of Nectar of the Gods. And Nectar of Gods used to be about $10. Now I think I paid 13 for 36 Dr. Peppers. It's you almost have to, with this inflation the way it's going right now, gang. It's like if there's stuff that you get a lot of, that you need to get, that you don't have to worry about it rotting or anything like that, you almost should go out and purchase as much as you can afford. Like toilet paper, paper towels, all the dry, the normal sundries. I think that's how they call that you normally get. You almost have to purchase as much as you can afford. It's like coffee's like the same thing. It's not getting any cheaper, and it's not getting any cheaper for a while. It's not good. It's been a while since I made fish at home. That's a good idea, Doug. I will occasionally go to Sam's, but again, I haven't been running my oven or my stove very much because how damn hot it is. Because in the 80s, I'll run it like there's no tomorrow. But when it's like 98, running the oven is not a good idea whatsoever. I did run the oven the other day, but we had rain, and it was like 80 degrees, so I ran it. By the time I went to bed, like a few hours later, it was 95 already. Yeah, I like salmon a lot. I just like tilapia every once in a while. I like red snapper as well. I love salmon. I usually get those salmon fillets, which are amazing. You can get them at Sam's or Costco or what have you. I'll get a package of those every once in a while. And I like them. It's hold on. Yeah, they do them at Sam's as well. I like to usually get the pre-frozen ones that are all vacuum packed. And because it's just me to get something that's pterodactyl size salmon, not necessarily my deal. If all of a sudden you're having a party, put me in. My brother-in-law's mother will get those things, and she'll make a salmon deal there that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love salmon. It's swordfish. It's I love catfish too. You go to a good soul food restaurant or a good southern catfish place, if it's when it's done well, and it's not very healthy for you, but it's really, really good. It's like an every once in a while deal. And I generally eat so healthy that having messing around with a meal now and then is not the end of the world for me. I go out and just go and enjoy these things. So we have our bosses are coming in, our outside consultants coming into the office for a few days. And I'm going to eat just like an absolute pig during those times. I'll have to drink nothing but cachava. Sorry, you know what cachava is? It's like this very healthy deal. You got a Wendy's bacon double cheeseburger and fries. Yeah, I love getting that every once in a while. You know what's really good is the Wendy's breakfast. The Wendy's breakfast is insane. Their potatoes they serve with that are unbelievably great. I've always found Wendy's fries to be very good. Yeah, try their breakfast. Get a Baconator. And good times. Good times. And their breakfast potatoes, I always large it up. It's generally I eat those when I'm on the road, that breakfast sandwich stuff, if I'm going somewhere. And I had one. Yeah, excuse me. I picked one a couple of Saturdays ago, which was good. It's tasty. Nice and tasty. Enjoyed it. And it's a nice deal. I remember when I went to it last. It was payday last a few weeks ago, and I had like nothing in the house for breakfast. And I went and ran my errands, and I said, you know what? What the heck? I'm going to do that. It was good. It was good. By the way, I'm expanding my aquariums for the California Reds. They just look so spectacular. And I'll do a video on them. They look so spectacular. I like them so much. And the California Reds is an accident in my fish room. And some of the males come out as single sorts. The female, and sometimes they come out as reds, and it's a pretty dynamic looking red. Excellent. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the lower swords. Yeah, the sword guppies. I had somebody order some more sword guppies from me who made this claim, and I've never had them. Chattanooga Ed has them. Obviously Doug Gray has them. A lot of people have gotten them from me. The one thing I've never heard is they don't reproduce well. So I got someone who bought for me, I don't know, like 14, 15 months ago. He goes, they're gorgeous. I love them. All of a sudden, I don't have any females. Don't ask me why I don't have females. So he ordered some females from me. I was moving some fish around, and he got a couple of extras from me just because I was moving stuff around. And yeah, the swords are shockingly attractive. You don't really see it on pictures. It's a fish you have to see to appreciate. They are, and by the way, they get to pretty good size. One of the criticisms of them is that, yeah, they don't get like delta tail size. They can become really big fish for a guppy. So sometimes it just takes a while for them to grow out. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, you can separate those out and start having a couple of different strains of swordtail guppies. Pretty soon, half your fish room will be swordtail guppies. I mean, that's how they reproduce. And they do not eat fry. Like, there are some strains, if that fry is not in a plant immediately, or you do not remove them immediately, good luck. Those fry are dead meat. Swordtails, I'm sure they pick off a few. But yeah. Doug, I understand that you're omega 3s and 6s. Guppy fry, full of them. By the way, I saw the commercial, and I'm not really a big fan of Red Lobster. I don't think I've been to a Red Lobster since well before I got separated from my spouse. My ex-spouse loved Red Lobster. I didn't as much. And I haven't been to one since. Works out just fine. It's I've been there, and it's a heck of a deal. So they have a commercial now where they're putting on barbecue sauce on shrimp. Really? Here's what you put on shrimp: cocktail sauce or scampi. It's I've been to a couple of Italian restaurants that do shrimp Florentine. Perfectly good. Excellent, biggies. Good to have you here. Yeah, it's a shrimp has a great flavor all of its own. You don't need to be covering it up very much. It's like you go to a place that sells steak, and if they're like trying to get you to put stuff on that steak, I guarantee you that steak ain't very good. It's there's certain foods that should not be overly sauced. You sauce stuff, okay, like chicken. Chicken, which has a fine flavor nonetheless, is not, it's not the best flavor, not terrible flavor. Sauce goes out and does it. Yeah, garlic shrimp and rice, absolutely. I'll occasionally pick up from Wally World. I'll pick up their thing of frozen, boiled shrimp ready to eat, and you rinse them out, and you eat them. They're good. They're really good. Yeah, alligator's delicious. But alligator like chicken, you need some sauce on it. You know what else is really good? Frog legs. I haven't had I had some at a Cajun joint probably about a decade ago. Excellent. Do that again. They were like deep fried. Nice little sauce on them. The little meat on them is pretty good. I like me some frog legs. It's a strong taste. My hope is, by the way, let's see here. You had alligator nuggets at some sports bar in downtown Dallas. Good stuff. Yeah, it's alligator. I love going to Cajun places. Number one, I love spicy food. And I love getting crawdads when they're in season in the spring. I love alligator. Cajun, almost anything is really good. And again, remember, if they're offering Cajun steak, pass it. Pass on it. That means the steak isn't very good. I'll say the one nice thing about going to Sam's or Costco or BJ's Wholesale Club, the steak they have in there, those ribeyes they have, are unbelievably good. I'll occasionally go, and they're big, huge things. I'll cut them in half and freeze up the rest from the pack. Good stuff. Good stuff, Maynard. Yeah, my hamster mobile runs great. I get around town here. I have a 6-speed. I get with my hamster mobile, I get 35, 37 miles per gallon. On the road, it's a little worse because you can do stuff in the city if you're smart. Not that Joplin is a city. There are certain things you can do to really, where all of a sudden you have some hill stuff going down hills. Just put her in neutral, let her fly. Life's good. Yeah, I like the hamster mobile. It's you might want to wear a skeleton costume now when you drive the car. I'll tell you what, my neighbors would be all in on that. One of my neighbors, they are huge Halloween people. We're talking about 40 of those giant standees in their yard. And they bought more. And the lady, who's a very nice lady, was showing her things on her Facebook deal. And I said, just because, I said, you feel free to take up as much of my lawn as possible. Number one, they're great peoples. And number two, makes me festive. And I'm not paying for the power. But again, yeah. They actually had extra outdoor electricity put in for Halloween. And they do it up big for Christmas as well. Again, sort of the same deal. So it's yeah, they go in. Shall we say, she goes in, he goes on and takes care of business. I did not do one load of laundry today. None. I did laundry. Yeah, I probably can do my sheets. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow because it's been so damn hot. Yeah. No laundry. It's I know it's a tradition right here at Mobb Guppy at Fishtube Live that some laundry gets done, but no, not today. Not today at all. All right, gang. Thank you so much. I am going to get some junk done and pour myself some bourbon. You guys have an amazing day and an amazing week.